Welcome everyone to the Capricorn full moon preview. Right, I know. We've been in this gentle time, Crystal. Well, I've already felt this. I think probably all of you have too. So welcome once again to the Capricorn full moon preview ceremony. Today's the 28th. Everything that we're talking about is happening tomorrow or has already happened. Let's call in sacred space. Let's take a big deep breath in. And as we exhale, just drop those grounding boards down and let yourself feel that go all the way down into the center, the core of the earth. So Capricorn is big earth energy. So ground. And then inhale, draw that earth energy up through your body, send it up and out through the top of the head, connecting with the heart of the divine above us. Inhaling, drawing that cosmic energy back down through your body, sending it all the way down into the earth, activating the as above, so below flow. Then connecting with that flow, breathing in, breathing out, activate the as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. Moving to the north, we welcome Mother Earth. We give such great thanks to be here in physical bodies, doing this sacred work right now. Moving to the south, we welcome water. We welcome clear, clean, current emotions. We welcome love, joy, flow, and abundance. Moving to the west, we welcome air, mind, focus, and clarity. All of our guides, angels, allies, and helpers in the invisible realm. And moving to the east, we welcome fire, movement, passion, divine right action. Moving to the center, we welcome our divine feminine and our divine masculine in sacred right relationship. We call that beautiful energy down through our bodies. We call up Mama Gaia to pull and magnetize that energy through us. And we welcome our own sweet, extraordinary souls into the circle. We ask that all of these energies be with us, pray with us, and dance with us for our mutual benefit. Oh, all right. Let's get up and move a little bit. Activate all those energies in your body. Here we go. Okay. Well, let's just get down to business here. Let's take a moment. I think all of you can already feel this, but just in case, close your eyes. She got me up this morning for me in the middle of the night. She was beautiful. This big orange ball in the sky. But feel into your body and take a breath and let yourself ground. Because it's going to feel like you've been going really fast and all of a sudden you're just going to hit a wall if you haven't already. Or it can feel like you're trudging through things. So just breathe and send any frustrated energy down into the earth. And I'm going to try to explain a little bit about what might be encouraging those emotions in your body right now. First of all, and I say this not to give you an excuse, but so that you don't think that you're broken, because it can feel that way. We are still in the energy of summer solstice. And, that's 3 months long, right? So the themes of this particular solstice are all about healing, supporting our destiny. So even though we've released and released and released, and it's just like when you move from an old house into a new house, you have to clean out all the closets and you get all the stuff. Then even when you get to the threshold of the new spot, you still have to go through things and so that it fits in the new place. And so we're still doing that. Yes, glitches, wonderful. Wonderful. That can be what's been happening. I'm going to explain why. And it's all about, please tell me. Come on. Okay, I'm going to keep talking. It's all about going within. Yes. Yes, Raymond, absolutely. Where many of us are going through our heart walls right now, big time. And this time, even though it may feel scratchy and frustrating, is supporting our way forward. It's like, I always think of Capricorn like big grandmother energy. That's what this moon is in. So she's like, okay, here's what's going to happen. Here's what needs to happen so that these dreams you've been trying to manifest can actually happen. So here's how this can show up for us right now. Increased awareness of old wounds that have shaped our identity. So things that keep repeating, no matter how many times you think you've cleared it. Opportunities to use personal struggles in service to others. That's what this whole thing is all about. That's why I love Many Hopes so much. They literally help kids who grow up and help kids. Greater compassion toward aspects of yourself that you may have judged harshly. So you're going to need that compassion to move through and make different choices. Experiences affirming that your pain was not meaningless, and a sense that life is quietly guiding necessary healing. So that is the overall big picture, and that is the truth. Okay? That is what's happening. But there's been a gradual buildup, and it started a week ago, but we're going to start with June 25th. Neptune, which is in Aries, so it's kind of it's Cancer / Aries, Cancer energy. spiritual vision. Neptune is that part of us that just wants to dream big and think, all of us standing in a circle singing Kumbaya. It's like that's the vision we hope for. But when Neptune's in Aries, it's like, well, that's not going to happen if you all keep burning through all the resources. It's like you got to get practical. So this is a square. The sun's in Cancer, Neptune's in Aries, they're squaring each other. And I'll show you the picture in just a minute. So it will be soft, but it's like you're going to have to really look at how you're spending your time, your money, your energy, the choices that you're making that you may keep making from a place of trauma, not being aware of it. That's what this is here for. It's like, get the ducks in a row. We can't afford to go through another cycle like this. So then 3 days later, Mars enters Gemini. And it's like, well, what in the heck is really going on here? That's the energy that we're in right now, trying to figure it out with our head. Mental stimulation, versatility, curiosity, movement. Mars in Gemini makes things go faster because that's air and fire. So it's just like, woo. And it energizes communication, learning, networking, the exploration of multiple interests. So you may have lots of information hitting you all at once and feel overwhelmed by it. Maybe even in this particular meeting today, there's a lot of information here. The other thing that was going on at the same time, same day, it entered Gemini and it was also sextile Jupiter. Now that is opportunity and courage. So this is a very potent time. We have tons of opportunity for change and for making new choices. And it's almost like when we're going down a path that we've gone and gone and gone that we thought work, and then all of a sudden we get stopped. And it's like, readjust, look. So once again, Jupiter is all about enthusiasm, confidence, momentum, expanding whatever it touches. Mars is about taking initiative and action. So it can be a positive, optimistic, productive time. And what I've noticed in my own life are pockets of that. And when I can seize those moments of time and use them appropriately, I feel like I have gold. That's the harmonious part. So that's the part that you want to, you want to really utilize right now and set your intentions around. But here's what else is happening tomorrow. And we're already feeling the effects of this. Mercury's going to go retrograde. Yes, absolutely. She says struggles turn into opportunities to help other people. And that is one of the themes of this moon, exactly. And so tomorrow, actually today, this morning, because all of you know I go at a pace and it's usually a pretty fast pace. And it was just like this morning, it was because I drive 2 hours to get up here to work. And it was go slow. Make sure you get everything. Make sure you don't forget anything. Remember, you're in ceremony. You're not just going to put out a fire. And that is this influence right here. Mercury's in Cancer and it's going to go retrograde. So it's like, listen to your physicality, listen to your body. Revisiting the past with compassion and clarity. And that happens, directly at noon tomorrow, 12:30, 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This whole cycle is going to be in Cancer. So it's all about being compassionate and loving toward ourselves, clearing, taking our time, really nourishing and nurturing ourselves. It invites us to slow down and reconsider. And that, sometimes there will be disruption, but those disruptions are going to provide valuable opportunities to revisit what needs attention and refinement. So before we started, I said there was some really funny memes out there that use a lot of words that I'm not going to use in here. But here's the potentials that you need to look for and not get tripped up by. Delays involving communication and technology. It's just going to happen. Which, we're in spring/summertime. Just put the phones and the computers down, go outside, get your feet on the ground, get in the water, do whatever you need to do to cool off and feel better. That's self-care. Here's another thing: misunderstandings that reveal underlying assumptions. And your own as well as other people's. Unfinished business that is there and you just haven't had the time or the energy to deal with. People from the past reappearing. The need to revise plans and expectations. And discovering previously overlooked information. So all of that, and you want to shoot higher. You want to improve decision-making through patience. It's just like, okay, I'm just going to go the speed limit. I'm going to relax. Correct past mistakes. So here's an example of what this can feel like, number one, and how to deal with it. My daughter recently acquired 2 Great Pyrenees puppies. Now, I am sure when they were little, they were cute little fur balls. They are the size, and they're not even 6 months old yet. They are the size of labs. They're big dogs with a puppy brain who like to get into bags of things. So Wendy cleans her kitchen and they leave, and whoever was the last person there didn't put the dogs in their kennel. And they got into the utility room and got her bag of potting soil. And when she came back, there was potting soil all over the kitchen floor. Thankfully, they had them fenced off in the kitchen. So if you can imagine inside of you, you've just cleaned everything and you come home with company and there's dirt all over your kitchen floor. Okay, that's what it could feel like right now on every level: mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, all of them. What did she do? She took the dogs out. She had her son sweep the floor. She went to the hardware store. This door that lets them, they're smart enough to get in, has been broken for 10 years. They close it. They do things to try to make it stay shut. It doesn't stay shut. She went to the hardware store. She got a part. She drilled a hole. She put the part in. The door stays shut now. Something that should have happened 10 years ago. That's right action in this window. Whatever the thing is that keeps keeps you stuck, just fix it. That's the energy that we're going to be in for the next 3 weeks. Just fix it. So Mercury retrograde in Cancer reminds us that moving forward sometimes can't happen until we understand where we've been. The goal is not to remain trapped in the past, rather to reclaim the wisdom of the experience so that the old wounds no longer dictate the present choices. When approached consciously, and I mean, seriously, every single time you hit this wall, okay, what is this trying to teach me? Go back to all those Essene mirrors. It can deepen your emotional intelligence hugely, strengthen important relationships, and foster a more secure sense of inner belonging. So it isn't here to beat us up at all. It's here to help us clean up our acts, like that big grandmother energy. It's like, come on, this is what's been in your way. Let's move it. So the same day that Mercury goes retrograde, that night at 6:30 something, where is it? 6:56 p.m. So almost 7 p.m. my time, Central Time. We have this full moon in Capricorn. Now she's already working her magic. And full moons, remember, are always about releasing things. So what's in your way? What are the old behaviors that need to go? This is about planning the work and working the plan. So maybe it's avoidance, maybe it's fear, maybe it's things that keep you putting things off. This is things like procrastination, perfectionism. All of those things are going to be up in your face because this moon has all of those squares like Saturn and Neptune, and then 6 fixed star conjunctions that make it really potent. It invites reality testing initiation. So what it's saying to us is, yes, I know those are all of your hopes, dreams, and wishes, but do you have the bandwidth to make them happen in the physical? And if you want to have the bandwidth that make them happen in the physical, what do you need to do? What do you need to change? What do you need to release? So it's all about growing up, adulting, reality testing, maturity, surrendering illusions, disciplined compassion. So even when you don't want to surrender to the divine will, you've got to. Integrating vision with practicality, embodied awakening, the tension between what you wish was true and what Saturn and Neptune want you to distinguish between fantasy, fantasy from faith, avoidance from surrender, rigidity from health structure. This full moon brings those lessons to a culmination point. It's like, I got to get serious. I got to get serious about things. So if we aren't slowed down enough to know, or nobody told us this, then the way it can show up is a lot of emotionality. Hence the funny memes out there. Look for them. They're hysterical. And what they're warning you is how people can behave badly, basically. Emotional tension between dreams and practical limitations. Disappointment revealing necessary course corrections. Increased awareness of responsibilities that can no longer be postponed. And exhaustion from trying to sustain unrealistic expectations. Grief arising as cherished ideals encounter reality. So that's what that's the wave that's coming. That's probably already here. You're probably starting to feel, sense all of these things coming up. And the way to handle it is head on, is find the current, find the wave and ride it. Look at things realistically and make practical choices. And you'll know if you're heading that way because you'll feel better. The energy you're looking for is relief. That's why they say compassion for yourself. Let go of procrastination, let go of perfectionism. So reach for the higher expression. And here's the, so here we are. A full moon is always, where's my pointer? Here's our, wait a minute, get you down. So you can see, yeah. So the moon's in Capricorn, 14 degrees. Sun is in Cancer, 14 degrees. So that's when the full moon is exact. And notice these trines here, or squares, excuse me. Here's Saturn, here's Uranus. And so that's going to encourage us. Those are the big outer planets. That's going to encourage us to, when we get inspired, make sure the plans are workable. Get real. Get off your own backside. It's like, cut yourself some slack, give yourself a break, realize that you're only human. Mature acceptance of limitations. Yes, Michelle, both. Laugh and cry. You'll probably feel like doing both. I'm right there with you. All of it. I mean, fire horse year. And that's why pull back the reins. Pull back the reins on the fire horse and realize you're human. Your human limitations. Extend your plans. Take your time. We're not putting out a fire. Listen to your body. Embodied awakening, letting go of fantasies that prevent, because it's actually going to slow you down, prevent genuine progress. Choosing realistic hope. And then things that you will notice and you'll go, ooh, I haven't felt like this in a while. Cynicism, discouragement, escapism, victimhood, rigid control in response to uncertainty, feeling overwhelmed by obligations, using perfectionism to avoid meaningful action. So just know this is what's afoot, but you know, and now you know, you don't have to get caught up in the wave. Because when this big wave comes, if you know what to look for, you can go to the hardware store and fix the door. You can do the thing that's going to give you the most relief. Okay. So questions that we can ask and journal with. So make sure you write down these questions. And journal with the ones you have time to journal with. I'll give you some time. What dreams need stronger foundations? What illusions am I ready to release? What responsibility can no longer be avoided? And where am I being invited into greater maturity? Oh, good call, Janie. Thank you. She's putting all these in the chat, y'all. That's awesome. Thank you for that. You want to be my VA? So I'll give you a little minute here if you want to journal with those. So while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and let you see the card pull as we go. Oh, there's another thing I want to talk to you about before we do the card pull. And this is what it kind of sums up everything, the way we've been feeling. So the full moon right now, and like I said, she's beautiful. She feels wonderful. Tomorrow, there's only going to be 2 degrees difference between her and this fixed star called Facies, or faces. I mean, it's the reason it's called this is because it's associated with an archer's face. And traditionally, people, it invokes focus, Saturn, Mars energy, like structure, really hard structure that people push up against. And, there's weird stories that involve blindness, accidents, illness, violence, emotional coldness, all of that. But what it's really symbolizing is focus. It's like it's like the face of an archer, and the focus that it takes to aim at your target and not flinch, to see clearly. And we may not be in the habit of seeing clearly. And here's the thing. This star is notorious for seeing what others refuse to see. We are surrounded by people who are refusing to see things that are right in front of them. And, there's this counterwave of energy that says, oh, just make some data centers and use up all the resources, all the water, all the nature, all of it. Just why not? And even inside of us, like when we look at those things inside of us that need changing, that we haven't been able to change up to this point, we may be tempted to just look the other way. The reason he's notorious for this is because this is what happens when you keep looking the other way. If you keep going too fast and you don't focus, you're going to hit a wall somewhere. And that will make people very emotional. And so it can almost feel like a volatile time, because you're going to get really frustrated with the folks that don't see things the way you see them, and vice versa. Go in, focus inward. It's one of those moments, and I tell a lot of people in my circles this. Sometimes I will get to denial and fear. Absolutely, Raymond. Sometimes I get to the point in my morning practice where the information about, it could be personal information, is so intense that I'll just ho'oponopono constantly, ho'oponopono, the ho'oponopono prayer, constantly, with no real direction, just all of the stuff that, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'll do it on a mala because it's too much to process with my brain. But my heart can process that information. My physical body can process that information without me having to run it through my brain, so that I can begin to clear a path and see clearly. That's just a little hack that I use. Take it or leave it. No disrespect to the Hawaiian people and Ho'oponopono and all of that. I just know that that is a tool that works well for me. And it's a way through this without losing friends that you care about, or hurting people, or saying things, having things come out of your mouth that you want to take back, because that can happen. So you just really want to practice compassion for the next 3 weeks. That's a good spiritual practice right there. So potential manifestations. I love this picture of Mars. Piercing awareness of previously avoided truths. It's like, no doubt about it. It's like, oh, look, there it is again. Thought you were complete with that. Nope. Reduced tolerance for denial or pretense. When it's like, you'll have reduced tolerance for denial in yourself and in other people. Seeing where perfectionism has become destructive. It's like, does it really matter, what your hair looks like or what your clothes look like if you're in the middle of a flood or if there is another emergency? Demands for greater accountability, the courage to make difficult decisions that have been postponed, fixing the door. The higher expression is you will be strategically focused. There's an opportunity here to be strategically focused. Leadership under pressure, willingness to confront uncomfortable realities, the ability to channel intense energy toward meaningful service. We just had my dad's 90th birthday party yesterday, and both mom and dad are aging. There has been a lot of opportunity to channel intense energy toward meaningful service. Clear-eyed realism doesn't have to be cruel. Can you stop clarity from hardening into harshness? So once you get clear, you don't have to be hard on yourself or hard on other people. We just like a grandmother, we calmly and gently make different choices that feel better. Neil talks about when he teaches the Lord's Prayer, that part, I think it's been translated from the Greek for centuries of time. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. He talks about how the Aramaic words mean just getting untangled. You don't have to get tangled up in things. And if you find you're tangled up, do what you need to do to get untangled. It's not a harsh edict. It's holy wisdom. Having holy wisdom for your life. Because all of us came here with a divine plan, and we all came here to help. And sometimes those heart walls can get really thick with stuff. So we just untangle the stuff so that we can take steps that lead us forward into this next iteration from a peaceful place inside as within, so without. So we can make that peaceful place outside. Okay, now let's go through these cards. And perfect, can't get much more perfect than this. In Capricorn moon, we need to be grounded in the earth door. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get disconnected from the earth because of the magnetic nature of our environment and our bodies. This can be detrimental to all areas of our life, health, wealth, relationships. The electrical charge we get from literal contact with the ground itself is scientifically proven to lower stress, decrease inflammation, and improve overall health, not to mention the boost we receive mentally and emotionally. So the fastest, easiest, down and dirty way to get through this next 3 weeks is a lot of dirt time. Spend some time on the earth. Let's see, I don't want to keep y'all too long. And then, this is the blessing of, we didn't talk a whole lot about Chiron moving into Taurus, but That was another thing that happened leading up to the solstice. So all of this is about getting practical in the physical, healing in the physical. When we do that, abundance flows. When we get in alignment, it flows. So defined as a state or condition of having copious quantities of something, plentifulness, abundance truly describes the natural state of this planet. Everything here has the potential to show up abundantly. Gregel always said, always remember whatever you plant here grows. So if there are places in your life where you don't feel abundant, this is the time to prime the pump. Spend time aligning with the energy and vibration of abundance. Where do you need to remember that abundance is your natural state? Where do you need to open to receive? The miracle key for stimulating abundance is gratitude. Where do you need to be grateful today for what may be coming tomorrow? I bet you are, Lynn. I bet you are. Oh my goodness. Okay. Air, vibrational tools. So this is, all the tools that we know that raise our frequency, sound, essential oils, flower essences, especially those that make a bridge between the physical and the unseen, prayer, meditation, all of it, the whole realm. Sound vibration, breath work. The air realm is the vibration realm. As such, most of the tools we use in this realm are vibrational, but they don't always have to be relegated to the unseen. Tangible physical tools we can use to raise our vibration, just like I said, elevate our spirits. Music is a wonderful way to incorporate sound vibration. Essential oils, flower essences, dancing, smudging or burning incense or sacred herbs, affirmations, chanting. That's the short list. Anything you can do to elevate your mood and shift your vibration can go a long way to support this whole 3 to 4 week period. So where do you need to employ vibrational tools? Just pull out the stops. And then in the fire door, this is going to take some courage to move through this in a graceful, gallant way. Any creative endeavor takes courage to initiate and complete. It takes courage to look clearly at ourselves and see all the places we need to make adjustments without judgment. It takes courage to continue to follow through on tasks and complete them to bring the creation to completion. It takes courage to face setbacks with confidence that this is just another opportunity for growth. Where do you need courage to move forward? I forgot to write these down. And we have one for spirit, divine feminine, holy wisdom. The archetypal energy of the divine feminine shows herself in a myriad of ways. She has many names and many aspects, known all over the planet as Isis, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, Diana, the sacred she, and simply the goddess. She brings divine guidance and assistance whenever you need it most. She can be kind and gentle and loving, or fierce and passionate. Her energy speaks to a state of beingness and magnetism. She's the perfect complement for the divine masculine energy. So connect with the aspect of her that calls you. Where do you need assistance? As the Divine Mother, she is always available. She always provides. And then on the practical side, I have some prosperity cards in this deck. And this is one of those moments where we're going to be called to get real. We already have been. Money is one of the most clear mirrors you can find that will mirror your life exactly. This is the number one tool of all the money teachers because it works. Just look at it. Track your income. Just pay attention. Get a notebook, the first page, or date the first page with the month and year, number down the page 1 through 30. Every day, no matter what, at night or before you go to bed, figure out how much money you made that day, even if you only get paid on Fridays. Check in every day, even just to write a 0, and keep at it. When I first started this practice, there were a lot of zeros. But by the end of the month, at the end of the month, you just total. And then the next month, do it again. And include things like finding money in a pocket, finding money on the ground. Include everything. Because eventually what you're going to notice is that bottom number is going to grow. I can't explain it, but it works. It happens. Money loves your attention. So does your life. So asking the question, what is this trying to teach me, every single time, no matter what shows up, money is a good doorway to do that in. And this is coming up. If any of you are feeling the need to revisit what you promised the divine you would do when you got here, this is a more soulful version of stalking your sacred work. We will spend 4 hours together on Thursday to do this. If you're interested, all of the sales stuff is still up. It's in the emails. Go there and sign up. You still have time. All right, everyone. We're going to get up and move. We're going to get up and activate all of these things in our bodies. Here we go. This is plenty of food for thought for all of you. You'll have plenty of time between now and tomorrow evening to set your intentions. Here we go. All right, everyone. Hello. I am gonna start the video and stop the share so you can all see each other. I give such great thanks to the elemental forces for holding space for us today. I give thanks to Holy Mother, Divine Sophia, Holy Wisdom, and the peace of Holy Wisdom inside all of us. I give thanks for these beautiful souls that are showing up to do their sacred work in the world. And I close this circle in the light. All right, loves, I will see you soon. Patricia, check your email. You did it again. I'm going to refund you. You signed up twice. You got to stop that.
I knew I thought I think I've done it again. The
You did.
brain won't work. Oh, that's wonderful.
I got you. I got you. All right.
Oh,
I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
bless you. Thank you.